Welcome back, Pokemon fans. Angel of the Night here. We are back again with the Grand Challenge 2025 Part 2. This is Team Number 1, Battle Number 9. So our opponent is going to lead off here with a Whimsicott and a Primarina, and of course that is some pretty unusual lead combos. But we're going to be coming in here with our Exeggutor and our Ninetales. Now with the Ninetales onto the field, of course, that's going to be able to set up the Drought, which activates the Sun, and then of course activates our Chlorophyll. Now, the other thing about the Sun is that it also weakens the damage from water-based moves. So that's going to be pretty good for the whole Primarina situation. But we're going to actually end up swapping out the Ninetales here. We're going to go out to our Indeedee, so that way we can also get the Psychic Surge and the Psychic Terrain set up. So here we go, Ninetales back to the party, and Indeedee comes out to play. Here we go with the Psychic Surge. Of course, Psychic Surge is making the battlefield all weird. And it looks like Primarina is actually going to be withdrawn back to the party. And Sneasler is going to come out in its stead. And Sneasler is, if I'm not mistaken, it's Poison and I want to say Fighting for some reason. But here we go with the Expanding Force. We're going to be able to hit two Pokemon at once. Actually able to pick up the KO with the Sneasler being a critical hit. And of course, Whimsicott barely holding on because of the whole Focus Sash. But that's perfectly fine. I'm really okay with the outcome. I'm glad we got Sneasler out of there as soon as possible. Sneasler can be a threatening Pokemon. Okay, next Pokemon coming into the battle is going to be Ursaluna. And of course, this is the regular form of Ursaluna, not the nasty Blood Moon scenario. But usually these little buggers like to go for the whole Facade and Terrestrial of Normal and all that stuff, go with the whole Flame Orb situation, but it looks like they're going to withdraw the Ursaluna here and swap back out to the Primarina, the reliable partner. Okay, here we go with the Follow Me again. We're going to redirect all moves into the Indeedee. I'm expecting almost a Tailwind. Oh, it's not a Tailwind, it's going to be Misty Terrain. What is going on? Oh my gosh, okay, I completely forgot about the whole Misty Terrain scenario. But luckily for us, we actually did go for the Expanding Force and clicked into the Whimsicott, so that way we were ensured that the actual attack would hit. Wow, Misty Terrain. That's something you don't normally see. It's always Psychic Terrain, but never Misty Terrain. Okay, we've got Exeggutor here. We are going to lock in, I think it was for the Leaf Storm, but I think we're also going to swap out the Indeedee for Ninetales here. Likely so that way, if the Sun did go down, we get the Sun back. But also as well, so we can bring Indeedee again in later so we can get the Psychic Terrain set back up. Oh, okay, we went for the Protect here. That's perfectly fine. I know there's one time where we actually do end up going for the whole Leaf Storm here, so that might be the next turn. Okay, Throat Chop coming from the Ursaluna. And of course that is a Dark-type move. So that should do some damage, but of course we did go for the Protect. Really kind of hoping that when we do get Indeedee back in, I'm really hoping that the Expanding Force will be able to take out the two opposing Pokemon. But we are going to get that Psychic Terrain set back up here. We're going to get rid of that whole Misty Terrain. We don't want to boost up Fairy-type moves. Okay, battlefield got weird. Here we go with the Expanding Force. And that actually does a decent amount of damage, almost knocking out the two opposing Pokemon. Here comes the Hyper Voice, and of course Hyper Voice did not knock us out or anything of the sorts. There is the Throat Chop, and of course that does pick up the KO off onto the Exeggutor. Of course we are a Psychic-type Pokemon, so the Dark-type move actually does quite a bit. Tailwind, I believe, has petered out, and of course there's some damage there from the Flame Orb. Next Pokemon that is going to come in will be, I believe, Sneasler. So Sneasler coming into the battle here, and of course we do have an attack that can hit two Pokemon at once, which is the Rock Slide. But we also have Close Combat and Dire Claw as well. So we are going to risk it here. We're going to go for the Rock Slide, and of course with the Indeedee we are going to go for the Follow Me. That way the moves can be redirected into the Indeedee itself, of course minus the whole Hyper Voice situation. Okay, we're going to see Tera Ghost coming in with the Ursaluna. That's a very early on strategy. Someone used to always go for the Tera Ghost, or people used to go for the Tera Ghost anyways. Usually I see like Tera Normal when it comes to Ursaluna lately. We get the Rock Slide off. That's actually able to KO the Primarina. And then, of course, the Ursaluna is going to go in for the Headlong Rush here. Actually pick up the KO with the Indeedee. It's going to get hurt by the burn. And, of course, the Rocky Helmet damage is going to be able to pick up that KO. So that is going to be game there, guys. If you enjoyed the battle there today, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button. Post your comments in the comment section down below. And I will catch you guys in the next battle. Take care, have a good one, and as always, peace out.